It's 4:30 on WKYT this morning. A devastating loss for a high school swim team. How they're honoring a teammate who was killed in a crash.
Powerball fever hits the bluegrass as lottery players dream of that $485 million jackpot.
And NBC announces it's giving its news anchor Brian Williams a lengthy suspension.
Tracking, alerting, protecting. This is WKYT This Morning.
Good morning. It's nice to have you with us. Here we are on Wednesday, middle of the week now. I'm Bill Bryant.
And I'm Rebecca Smith. This morning we are tracking Arctic air. Don't you love those two words?
Here it comes. You know, the first Arctic front is going to be here tonight. Could bring some snow showers, certainly some cold weather. Meteorologist Micah Harris tracking it all now in our First Alert Weather Center.
And you look outside, and once I stepped outside this morning, kind of looked up, and you can see all the stars in the sky. Bright moon as well. But the problem is, well, we still have some clouds down toward the south and more on the way to the north. So it's not going to be a full-blown sunshine day, but you will get some sunshine. It just didn't happen for us yesterday. Clouds just won't erode. 19 degrees there in Frankfort. That goes for Mount Sterling. A lot of us in the 20s as well. And you look for today's forecast at about 45 degrees. A decent day, we'll put it that. But this is your best day in the 7-day, and I'll show you that lengthy forecast coming up.
Okay, see you in just a little bit. And here's the news. Those who knew her say she always lived life to the fullest. We're learning more about a Woodford County teenager who was killed in a horrible crash.
Friends say 18-year-old Maddie Jackson died on Versailles Road in Lexington on Monday while on her way to swim practice. Her friends have now started a special tribute for her on social media. Jordan Valines has the story.
On Tuesday night, the Woodford County swim team held their first practice since losing one of their teammates, 18-year-old Maddie Jackson, who was killed in a car crash on Monday afternoon. In life, we meet certain people whose impression on us is long-lasting.
We're really happy that we got to know her.
People who inspire us.
She was so talented.
People who change us.
She was our role model.
To this high school swim team, that person is 18-year-old Maddie Jackson, described by her friends as a person who was the leader in the classroom, a standout on the swim team, and overall inspiration. As the team tries to cope with the news of her death,
We're all there for each other.
they're also sharing the message of how she lived life.
She made such a big impact on our lives that we want to be like her. And that's kind of the meaning of the hashtag of Live Like Maddie.
Live Like Maddie, a hashtag with a message that many are standing behind.
Everybody's tweeting the hashtag and just that she'll be so missed, and she was loved by everyone because she was just such a great person.
A person
She'll always be part of our family.
who made a lasting impression. Now, the team does have a swim meet this weekend. They say during that meet, they'll be swimming for Maddie. In Woodford County, Jordan Valines, WKYT.
Maddie Jackson's friends say that Woodford Sports will be selling Live Like Maddie t-shirts for $10. We're told all the proceeds will be directly donated to the Jackson family.
New this morning, Lexington police say they're trying to find the man who broke into a woman's home overnight. It happened just before 1 o'clock this morning on Jonestown Lane off Tates Creek Road. The woman told police that she saw a man in her home wearing all black. Police say the suspect came in through a locked back door. They say he took off empty-handed. Police used a canine tracker to search around the house. Eastern Kentucky University will have extra security on campus today because of a threatening message. EKU leaders confirmed that a picture obtained by WKYT shows the message found in Combs Hall last week. It says, quote, "Bringing gun to here, 2/11/15, dead students." Today is February 11th. EKU leaders are still trying to find those responsible for the message. They say classes are optional today for anyone who doesn't feel safe.
Well, investigators now think they have a better idea of what led to the death of a Montgomery County woman found in the middle of the road. The Montgomery County Sheriff's Office says Katrina Craver suffered massive head trauma along Nest Egg Road the night of January 30th. She later died at the hospital. The sheriff says Craver was trying to get on the back of her boyfriend's truck. He says she was chasing her boyfriend after an argument.
We don't know if she was, on the tailgate of the truck. We don't know if she was partly in the bed of the truck, but we do know that she was transported from that driveway and at the rear of the vehicle. And we do know that she was thrown off that vehicle and her head hit the pavement.
Well, investigators say Craver's boyfriend told them he did not know she was on his truck as he drove off. The sheriff says a grand jury will decide if any charges should be filed in the case.
Time is 4:35 on WKYT this morning, and a special prosecutor has been named to handle the case of a deadly police-involved shooting in Madison County. Our news partners at the Lexington Herald-Leader report that the Attorney General's office appointed Fayette County Commonwealth's Attorney Ray Larson to be a special prosecutor in the case. He will determine if the case should be sent on to a grand jury. Last September, police shot 29-year-old Jesse Gibbons in Richmond. Police say it came after he assaulted a Lexington police officer and then led them on a chase to Richmond.
Sheriff's deputies arrested two people they say stole hundreds of dollars of merchandise from a Walmart. The Laurel County Sheriff's Office arrested 51-year-old Ernest McIntyre and 20-year-old Tiffany Gray. Police say both tried to steal items from the Corbin Walmart on Monday night. They say McIntyre tried to hide watches, markers, coloring books, and sunglasses by hiding them in his coat. They say Gray tried to steal markers and a shirt. Deputies say both told them they planned to sell the stolen items to pay bills.
This morning, animal rescue groups say they are seeing more cases of dogs being injured by hunting traps here in Kentucky. One such dog, now named Trinity, is recovering at Woodstock Spay and Neuter Clinic in Lexington. Workers at the clinic say the dog wandered into a law office missing part of her leg. They think a hunting trap caused that injury.
It's amazing that these dogs can be put through all this and the pain and the suffering and everything else, and they still can lift their leg and greet you and everybody else that comes to see them and give a lick and give a tail wag. It's just amazing that these animals have such a gracious heart, even though so much has been done to them.
Trinity will soon be put in a long-term foster home where she could spend several months until she's ready to be put up for adoption.
The number of children with measles is growing in the U.S. 121 cases of the measles have been reported across the country in 18 states. Last week, Senate Majority Leader Mitch McConnell said he supported vaccinations, I should say, because he was a victim of polio. Senator Rand Paul posted pictures of himself on Twitter getting a booster shot. A Laurel County mother says the anti-vaccine movement affects everyone.
I have so many other things to worry about with my children going to school and safety and all of those such things, that the last thing I want to worry about is that they are going to catch an illness that they would not have caught but for the fact that some child was not vaccinated.
103 of the 121 cases confirmed by the CDC linked to that Disneyland outbreak started in mid-December. There are not reported cases of measles in Kentucky.
Well, what would you do with $485 million? Be a good question to have to answer, huh?
I don't even want to think about it because it would never happen.
But it's what a lot of people around Kentucky and the country, for that matter, are asking ahead of tonight's big Powerball drawing.
The jackpot, now the 5th largest lottery jackpot in U.S. history, believe it or not. Wow. WKYT's Garrett Weimer talked to some lottery players in Lexington. They're hoping they have a lucky ticket.
Powerball fever is catching, and as the jackpot gets bigger, the fever continues to spread. $485 million is a lot of money.
It's a ton.
Workers at this Shell station on Winchester Road say they've been busy all night selling tickets for the big Powerball drawing. The odds, 175 million to 1. But that's not stopping folks from seizing what just might be their big opportunity. For Kelly Rule,
it was actually my first ticket I've ever bought, and the cashier talked me into it. So
she says she hopes she wins, but she wasn't 100% sure what she'd do with the money if she does.
I would give a lot of it away, and I would probably travel a bit and live a happy life.
Players have until 10 p.m. on Wednesday night to buy a ticket for their chance to win big this time around. In Lexington, Garrett Weimer, WKYT.
And the biggest Powerball jackpot in history was more than $590 million. That was back in 2013.
Kentucky is now 24-0. LSU gave UK a battle. The game wasn't decided until the final shot.
Right. The Cats narrowly defeated the Tigers in Baton Rouge, a score of 71-69. Kentucky led by 4 at the half and built the lead all the way to 13 in the second half. The Cats play again this Saturday, Valentine's Day, at Rupp Arena. It'll be against South Carolina. Tip-off for that one is at 2 o'clock, and it will be on ESPN.